Hey guys, it's Maymay and my trusty sidekick.
Oh, Vinny's here.
I forgot how we started videos.
It's been a little while.
I went, hey guys, it's Maymay and my
What am I
trusty
supposed to
sidekick.
say here?
What do we say? Can you guys can hear us? I see the thing you going. So welcome in. Guess what we're doing today? Nothing. I don't have anything for you.
Well, you need to be a little more detailed than I ain't got nothing.
He said, what are we doing? I said, this. No. Okay. So we were on vacation. We came back. I'm in full VBS prep mode. For those of you, believe it or not, in the South, VBS is like part of our lingo. But there's a lot of people who don't know what that is. VBS is Vacation Bible School, and a lot of the churches in our area, most churches in our area, do something for the kids in the summer. Ours is called Vacation Bible School. I am doing crafts this year. Shocker. Actually, it is a shocker.
You never get to do
I
crafts.
never get to do crafts. Typically because I don't mind teaching. So it's usually harder to find teachers than it is to find crafters.
Was your microphone on?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
That says it's very low, so I'm guessing.
We'll see if it's better. But typically I teach or do music or do drama. It depends on what we're doing. But this time I got to do crafts. So I'm doing two things. I'm decorating the crafty area, and I'm also doing the crafts for 5 days. So when I came back this week, we've had a lot of meetings and external things we had to do. Plus this week was a day short. So I have been, like, Tamitha's been like, are you still there? I'm here. It's just been quiet because we have been working. So in the behind the scenes, there's a lot going on, but it wasn't really anything that you guys would want to see. I don't think they'd want to see what we were doing. I don't know. Look, we made giant crayon boxes. We made giant markers, giant paintbrushes. I'll show y'all tomorrow. I'll post some tomorrow when we're putting it in, when we're installing it.
Loading it up.
Yeah, we'll show y'all then. But it has been crazy this week, and I was like, I don't have anything planned for today. So what I thought is, a lot of times you guys have questions. Like sometimes you'll have crafty questions, and we can answer those. I have some new product that we didn't show you guys that you probably want to see. Yeah, Tamitha was like, just checking. Are you good? I'm here, Tamitha. I cannot tell you how busy I am. It's been crazy busy. So, and so the reason Shanna's not in here is because she's leading the crew in putting together kits. We're prepping for 60 students, 60 total students. So they're putting together kits. The whole staff today is doing that. So I'm very blessed to have a staff because, listen, when we used to do this before, it's a lot different now because I use my classroom. We use our stuff. Yeah. You know, I have all my tools. Everything is in there. So doing it is easier. But back in the day when I didn't have this and we just did it, we would work all day and then we would go and do VBS at night and on the weekends. So it was a lot different. So being able to take the time now, and I appreciate you guys giving me the time. Like, I know. But I appreciate you doing it, and thank you, Shannon. Listen, I sit stuff down these days, wherever. These were in the bathroom, weren't they? They were. That's
bad.
Funny, because I was.
And she brought them in here, and you put them on top of your head.
Well, I was in hair and makeup before the show.
Gotcha.
I had to go to hair and makeup. You know what that is?
That's right. Go to the bathroom.
The bathroom and the drawer. The drawer in the bathroom. We call it hair and makeup. We call it hair and makeup. Gotta put my lips on. Anyway, so let's do this. Tell us what you're doing. Tell us what you're doing. And I want to show y'all some new stuff. I'm really excited about these. Y'all are so sweet. You're so sweet. Look at these. Look up here. I had to. You know I had to. Look at these. Don't get me started on sewing. Who said sewing? I would love to get started back into sewing. I just don't. I don't. Look, I love to sew. And we have a store here in town. If y'all come visit us, I need to make y'all like a where to go map when you're here. So Charming is the cutest little store. She has every kind of fabric you can imagine. And we went in there about, I'm embarrassed to admit that I didn't know you were gone. So don't be embarrassed. Everybody has a life outside of Maymay, right? We went in there and all the fabrics just made me want to start making stuff. But I would like to, but don't. Kim says she's working. Y'all are going so fast.
Hey, G.
Hey, G, how is what is this called? This is the Queen's, it's not centennial. What is
For
this? What's it?
70th?
Jubilee. Her Jubilee. Her 70th year. Her 70th year of reign. I don't know how to talk about the Queen. I don't know how to say the words. her 70
I started to
year
say
reign.
she's been in office, but I don't guess that's correct either.
She's been oh, Lynn, you make quilts of honor. We have some Made It's that do quilts of honor. They are Sue and Dean Bryant, and they also do quilts of honor. They do incredible quilts. Jubilee, thank you. I couldn't get Jubilee out. Is this her week? Does she do this for the whole week? I was having Maymay withdrawals. You're so sweet. You're so sweet. Platinum Jubilee, platinum. That's cool. I'm hoping I get to watch a little bit of it tonight. I hope I get to see some of what went on. I just like reading what y'all are saying here. Okay, so check these out. I did a little TikTok. I tried to do a little TikTok with these. I didn't like the way I filmed it. So before we left last week, I tried to do a little TikTok with these. Let me show you what these are. So they are sequins. These are sea breeze sequins, and they're so pretty. Look at this. Look at these. Look at these. Wow. Do you see that? So there's like stars and multiple sizes of sequins. And I know what you're going to say, but it's not glitter. It's not, because I can pick these up. Is this a long weekend for y'all, G? Oh, so something the whole week. That's cool. See, I just dropped a piece. I can pick it up. So these are called, I cannot read the title of these, but they're something green. They end with green. There's a sticker in my way. I'm going to find the title for you. Blossoms with Green. That's what this is called. Blossoms with Green. And this has little, I'm going to get one out if I can. I'll just drop it. Look, it has these, ooh, it has these little cubes. Do you see those little, they're not cubes, they're squares. Do you see that? So cool. I love these things. And like I said, I filmed a TikTok to show y'all how cool they are, but I didn't like my filming. I didn't like the way I did it. So I have to redo it. I have to redo it for you guys so you see them. But they're really cool. This one is called the Angel Mix Sequins. Where are my shaker folks at? Where are my shaker folks at? Not everybody loves a shaker. Not everybody loves a shaker. And then this one is pink. These are cute. Ready? Pink pastel. These are cute. They have flowers. They're so cute. I'm gonna bring it up close. Look how cute. Oh, let's get into focus. Look how cute those are. So good, right? Who ordered these? Taylor found these?
Taylor found those.
Taylor found them and grabbed them for us, and we love them. See, I can pick these up. One falls out, I pick it up. I also love the containers. Let me show y'all something about these containers. They stack on top of each other if you want them to, because they're flat. And look. And they even have the little, they have them stickered on the outside. I could have looked right there for the name. Check this out. You could put them in your stash like this and be able to read what they say. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Love those.
Nice.
Love those. But as much as I love those, I think we've had these before. I'm going to get something to show y'all these on. Let's use this because it's dark. I think we've had some of these before. There's some shaker friends. You're a rare breed. You're a rare breed. Because not everybody loves a shaker. This one right here, I love this. What is this? Oh, strawberry banana. Look at this. I thought that was a kiwi fruit, but it's a banana slice. Look how stinking cute these are. I hope they focus. Let me see if I can help them focus. Focus. I think it's focused. But there is, let me get a pointer. These little tiny dudes right here are strawberries. You see these little strawberries? Let me scoot one out by himself. And I'll scoot a nanner out. They're strawberry nanners.
For those of you not from the South, a nanner is a banana.
Or a grandmother. It depends.
Well, I guess that's true.
Strawberries and bananas. This is cute. Don't y'all love these? These are so cute. I can see somebody getting a shaker card and being like, is that strawberries and bananas? And you could do like a smoothie card or something like that if somebody is a smoothie fan. These are cute, 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 cute. Aren't they cute? I know. What do you say the other ones? They just so good. This one, we're going to show something else lemon too. These are lemon sprinkle mix. You see my age? Did you see it? These are. Look.
Ease it on out there.
These are a lemon sprinkle mix. Look at this. Little lemon slices, you guys. Little lemons and sprinkles. How stinking cute is this little lemon? Look at this little lemon. I want to get it to focus. It's so tiny. It's so cute. I love these. I love these. Woo. I love these. You know what we need to get? We need to get in the store those, they're like glitter trays. I have one, but I turned it into my rubber bandit. You know, the tray I use for that.
Yes.
Okay, let's swing this one out and see what it is. This one is multicolored stars. Oh, look at this. This just looks like a party. I don't even need to pour that out. That just looks like a party. That's so cute. Oh, it's just stars. I thought it had sprinkles, but some of the stars are sideways and they look like sprinkles. That's so cute. I'm not going to pour those out. We'll do a TikTok of these, like pouring them so y'all can see them. I know, you need all these in your life. I agree. This one is sweet candies. I am going to pour this out because this is so cute. Look. I'm going to pour the whole thing out. Look at these. Now, some of these candies, I think are Japanese candies. They have that little swirl. You know what I'm talking about? I want y'all to be able to see. These are, oh, that cupcake. Are you kidding me? Look at these. Look how cute those are. This one reminds me of, have y'all ever had anything from Carlo's Bakery? This one reminds me, remember Lydia's birthday cake? Doesn't this remind you of her birthday cake a little bit? These bright rainbow colors. Is that pizza? I don't know what that is. There's a piece of bread and little
Jenny
rainbows.
asked what else could you use them for besides shakers?
Glue them on. Use them like glitter. Anywhere you would use glitter, they're just chunkier. Think of them as chunky glitter. Did y'all see that? Hold up a minute. Are you kidding me? That is the cutest. Am I making things up in my mind? Okay, they got to come back out. There it is. Look at this. Okay. Have y'all seen the trend? It's not really a trend. I want to say it's Japanese, where they make the sandwiches with fruit and then they cut the sandwiches and you get a cross section of like strawberries and stuff. Look, that's what this is. It's like a cream sandwich and they have the cross sections of fruit. If you've seen those, tell me. Oh, putting them in resin is a cute idea. Put them in, if you make like pendants, jewelry, you could put them in like little shaker. They don't have to be shakers, but like little pendants. That's a cute idea. These are big enough to glue straight on. These are cute.
Amy, glad you were pleased with your order and how fast we got it shipped out to you. We try to do that on a regular basis. Most of the time when you
There's
place
probably
an
a little
order,
slowdown this week.
most of the time when you place an order, though, it ships out at least by the next business day. Sometimes, like during a sale, or it may take a couple of days for it to ship. But we had over 700 orders this weekend, and they've already got those all shipped out. So they work very hard in shipping to get things done in a very timely manner. So we're glad you appreciate that. And welcome on as a new customer. We're glad to have you.
Like tea sandwiches. Yep, that's what they're like. So these little things, okay, so you know I've been doing my whole stash buster situation. And the thing I love the most about my stash is how evergreen I keep it. I tell Vince all the time, you can kind of tell them what our theory is on what we carry in the store. Like, what's our theory?
Well, I mean, there's some things that you say are evergreen. Means we always need them.
A crafter always needs them.
Yep.
And we can use them for any season all the time. That's the kind of product I really like to carry. Now, we sprinkle in paper, you know, trendy things. We sprinkle that in. Because for me, what I want you guys to do is I want you to have an evergreen craft room, which means when something pops up and you need to make a craft, you can run in your craft room and you know you have something to make that happen. These are some of those kinds of products. Anytime you see something like this, see these patterns, these stripes and dots, even though these are more like, these remind me of like watercolor bubbles. They really remind me of bubbles. This kind of thing is the stuff you can get and keep in your craft room and use for any sort of thing. This reminds me of Fruit Stripes gum. Remember that? That's why I love these. And I also love the size of them. Because if you want a smaller pattern, these 6x6s work really well for that. Isn't that cute? So Evergreen product. These are the kind of things you're like, I don't need any more paper. But do you? Do you need some pastels just sitting in your stash so you'll have them? So this is not one of those things that's trendy. This is not one of the things you're going to buy and it's going to sit there and you're not going to use it. It depends. If you see this as...
You're going to open the can again.
If you see this as a dot and a stripe, it will limit you. But if you see it like I do as a color, it won't limit you. So if you need green, you pull this out. Don't worry about the stripe, just use it. You know what I'm saying? You'll just have, I'll open a can of worms.
You addressed it in a different way today. You didn't say it's a solid.
So this is a solid, and this is a solid. What you do, go for it.
You have several new viewers watching today.
I'm sorry y'all came in today.
Rebecca says, will you explain your card ministry to her?
We will do that. I'm sorry you came in today, your first video. I promise we craft sometimes. It's just been a crazy week for us, so we're taking a little craft break. But I wanted to show y'all this. Let me show you what I mean. So if you see this as teal, you'll get more use out of this than if you see this as teal and white polka dots. If you see this as a solid, squint your eyes, the color you see the most is teal, right? If you see this one as purple, you'll get a lot more use out of this than if you see it as a purple and white stripe. Make sense? It does laugh. It's so funny, Debbie, that you said that yesterday. Vince and I were in line at the grocery store, and I saw a classic pack of Hubba Bubba. Okay, a classic pack. It was like, I guess, a vintage remake or something like that. And I said, Vince, my jaws are like, my mouth is watering looking at this. It's reminding me of my childhood.
But then you also remember that as soon as you put it in your mouth and take 3 chews, it's gone.
Done. It's just done.
You might as well spit it out.
But you remember that those first few seconds when you popped Hubba Bubba in your mouth and you bit it and all the flavor and how your mouth just kind of couldn't catch up, and then it's like done in just a minute. So again, don't see these as watercolor pages. See these as solids, and you will get so much use out of these. These are washed out on camera. They're much prettier in person. That one looks good on camera. They're really washed out on camera, but they're much more vibrant in person. See, you understand what I'm saying? See?
And then there are people like me that just can't get it. It's pattern or solid.
It's not.
It is not a color. But that's all right with me. And some of you agree with me, and some of you agree with Maymay, and that's okay.
The thing is, I like to challenge you. You know, I like to challenge you. So here's a great way to see if you can do this, okay? Make a landscape card, daytime, nighttime, mountain, summer, beach, whatever. Make a card that shows the landscape in some way. You've torn the ground, you made a hillside, a sky, whatever. But don't use solid colors to do it. Dig into your stash and find a pattern blue for the sky, a pattern green for grass, a pattern yellow for a sun lounger, whatever you're making. You see what I'm saying? You want yellow, but use a pattern, and then put that card together. And I want you to see the difference. I have videos showing this. I actually have one where we did literally that. We made one card and made it again. Just try it. Just try it. See this one? These are another evergreen situation. I've been asking Taylor to find us some things that I think we can use every day, all day. And this may feel a little wintry, but I think we could use this for a lot of seasons. I think it's just in what colors you put on there. Love that one. She's back. She's back. This stuff right here, the greatest. We had a customer in yesterday. We were talking about it. I was looking for mine. We use it all the time. It's always gone. This tape
as a solid dish.
Solid dish. This tape is called Spellbinder's Best Ever Craft Tape, and I'm gonna tell y'all something. There's 20 yards on here. You can use this. I literally have ripped a piece off of here and used it 7 times before I had to get rid of it. I think you could use it longer than that, but 7 times. This is the kind of tape you use to hold your dies in place when you're running through a machine. We use it to hold things down, like the new thing. Not the new thing, but the thing I learned. I don't have my yellow tape in here, but if you need to cut a tiny strip Like if you wanted to cut, let me get this piece. If you wanted to cut like 1/4 of an inch off of here, let me find my tape.
Technically, Laura, that is exactly how I feel. There's just some things that I can't say. Laura said, seriously thought you were going to say, some of you agree with me, and then some of you are just wrong.
No, Vince doesn't feel that way. You don't feel that way. You
What?
never act like that. You never say some of you agree with me and you're wrong.
No, I say
Your
some
thing-
of you agree with me, and then some of you are just wrong.
What I'm saying is that's not how you really are, because
No.
you complain about how nowadays we can't respect each other's opinions. You know, you talk about that.
No.
Okay, so I tore a piece of my yellow tape off, and what I like is this new thing. This, I say it's new. I think I don't remember who I saw do this. I really don't. But you can tape it in place, and then you can cut that little 1/4 of an inch strip super, super easy. You know, without having to tiny hold it or hold it really hard. And here's what I love. Then you take this off, and here's the trick with this tape, okay? Peel it from the paper. Don't peel onto the paper. If you peel onto the paper, it's going to rip. It will every time. That's just because paper is fibrous. Peel away from the paper. Then what you do with this is you stick it down up here. And you use it. You'll see this on our trimmers. You use it over and over and over and over and over again. Over and over and over again. I've never in my life, and I've used lots of tape. Matter of fact, I remember when I was introduced to this tape, everybody was bragging about it. I'm like, it can't be that great. It can't be. Well, they were right. They were right. It's that great. So, love it. And it's back. Y'all bought it out. Y'all bought it out. And I want to say they just released it in some more sizes. We may get more sizes. I don't know if we'll get more sizes. Here's the thing. What do you really need a wider one of those for? You know, I mean, wider sticky tape, yes. But I don't really know what I would need a wider version. Maybe. I don't know. I don't really want to. I'm going to show this. But I hesitate. I'll show it. But not first. All right. I'm going to show y'all my favorite thing we got. And I have not gotten to really play with it.
And I looked today, there's still a pretty good stack of it on the
That's
shelf.
because listen. Y'all need to run. Is this the sequin that was driving her insane? I'll put it over here out of the way. Y'all need to run and get this. Do not leave this on my shelf. I'm not kidding. This paper, I can see this being one of our quick folios. And I want to sit down and do it so bad. Like my fingers ache to play with this paper. When I saw it the first time, let me just tell you about paper. It can be very samey. Vinny will tell you. I'm just like, that doesn't feel new. That doesn't feel fresh. It doesn't feel new, right?
Oh, absolutely.
And he kind of gets tired of me saying it because he'll like go through this is how it works. He goes through all the product that's out there, all the new product, all the emails we get, all that stuff. And then he puts it in a cart and he says, come look. And I'm like, no. Because I'm like, it's so samey, right? But when I saw
really
this.
got to the point now where I don't even show it to you.
Because you know.
Because I'm just like, that looks exactly like what I saw last year.
But the thing about this, listen, it's not just because it's lemons. There's something in my eye, so I don't mean to wink at y'all, but you can take it how you want it. The thing about this is, it's not just because it's lemons that make it different. It's also the colorway. Look at this green. Teal, green, whatever you want to call it. This colorway is incredible. And because I knew this was an unusual colorway, and I don't usually do this, you guys know me. Because I knew it was an unusual colorway, I had him pick up the solids. I do not get the solids for every single pack we get. I feel like, and maybe it's unfair, maybe I shouldn't think like this, but I always see you guys as like, you've been crafting as long as I've been crafting, and you've been watching me as long, and you've been purchasing from us. So I always imagine that in my head, and I'm like, nah, they got paper to go with that. You know, I'm like, typically these paper packs, I go, no, they got paper to go with it. But I felt like this color was so unusual, this teal, that you might need the solids for it. And again, y'all know me. I don't really do that. But look at these colors. These are not samey. Now I will tell you, I think if you don't want to purchase this, I think if you have the Sizzix, the new Sizzix paper we're bringing in, I forget, there's a name for it, but I forget the name. But any of those new Sizzix pack, you probably could squeeze a green out of there that would work, but I know these work, so that's why we brought in the solids. But let's look at this paper. That's all y'all want to see. You're like, would you flip the paper, please? Flip it. Flip it. Look at this. Look at it. Just look at it on camera. It's so good. Also, I have to tell y'all, and I guess we're just all following the trends. this summer with our stamp sets, it's going to go with a lot of this stuff. And it's funny because we don't see this stuff when we're designing stamps. We just try to follow the trend. So just wait till you see what we got coming. A bunch of stuff's going to work together, which was, we laughed about how serendipitous that was, right? Look at the little dots. And this does look a little distressy because it is a little distressy. It's not just perfect dots. Look at this. Doesn't this just make you want lemonade on the porch in a rocking chair? It does, right? Just look at this. I could see this, you know, so where's a folio? They're probably not in here. I just haven't been here in so long, I don't know where anything is. Our new folios that you guys are rocking out, I love. If you've not joined our Facebook group, we closed our Facebook group for a really long time and we've reopened it. It's called Maymay Made It, and so did I. Tamitha will put the link in for you guys when she can. I just threw that on her, so when she can. But here's the thing about that Facebook group. You guys talk back and forth and you show your projects. And even though we have the customer gallery where you can see the picture, in the Facebook group, it's pretty cool because you can see why they're making it, what their thought process was behind it, stuff like that. Because sometimes you're like, I don't know why I'd make one of those folios. And then somebody says, well, I made it for this. And you're like, oh, I need 27 of those. That's just how it goes, right? This one, I need to see somebody make a folio out of this for me because I haven't had time. I need to see this as a folio. What I think is so cool, this is what I was going to say before I got distracted. Those folios, you can make them where they hold 7 or 10 photos. You could put more in because you could add, but I typically go 7 or 10 photos. And what I have discovered is that that is enough from any event. Honestly, that is enough. I want you to think about a wedding. Think about it. You had a wedding, I had a wedding, most of y'all had a wedding. Some of y'all are planning a wedding, and you hire these photographers, and you pay all this money for them, and you typically pick 3 to 5 pictures that are your favorite. Is this the truth?
Yep.
You typically, look, Vince and I have done weddings. We have photographed weddings, and even when we've done those weddings, those brides gravitate to 1, 2, or 3 photos that they want to be their wedding photos, right? I don't know many brides that hang 100 pictures on the wall from the wedding, you know. We also like the candid photos. How many times do we want people to, back in the day we used to use disposable cameras, but now we do the hashtag thing so we can go get the photos. So don't think this folio doesn't hold enough photos. 7 photos, 10 photos from an event is a lot. Like Joe walked down the aisle for graduation, right? The photo of him in his cap and gown, his senior photo, the photo of him walking down the aisle, the photo of him giving his speech, which was so great, by the way. He did such a good job on his speech. The photo of his senior table, the photo of him and his buddies, the photo of him and his class. Look, I'm at 7. You see what I'm saying? And that's pretty much what you need for the whole event. So what I'm saying with something like this, I want you to think, your grandkids are over, okay? You're going to make homemade lemonade with them. Can you imagine how fun that would be with your grandkids? Because what's our favorite thing to do is give kids lemons and let them suck on them and see their face, right? How much fun would it be, you and the grandkids in the kitchen, snap 7 photos. You can easily get 7 photos of them making lemonade with you. Then you make a lemonade folio that you will have that memory forever. I just love that. I think that's such a cute idea. Maybe I'll make homemade lemonade with the girls when they're here. I've never made it. We can try it together. It'd be fun. I've never made it with lemons. Y'all know how I make it with Kool-Aid. How you make lemonade, Ben? How do you make lemonade?
Well, we use
Country time.
Country
time.
yeah.
I forgot about that. We do that too. Do y'all agree with me about the photo? Is anybody agreeing? You just don't need that many photos to remember the event. And I'm a person who used to really love to snap photos. I don't do it as much as I used to. These butterflies are great. I just love this pack. I really think that we'll love this pack for the whole summer. Look at this. Are you kidding me? I love this. I want a tablecloth like this. This is cute. Look at the back. So good, so good, so good, so good, so good. I'm working on that box, Kim. It may be, Shannon and I were talking about it yesterday because Shannon y'all, the folios are so great. Shannon made them for her teachers and did it in an afternoon. So she made one, her child has 2 teachers because they do the co-teaching thing. And she made one for each of them and put 7 photos in it. Like it was nothing. For the year, she could easily get 7 photos from the year, right? And Each of her teachers got the cutest folios. I wish I had my phone, I'd show y'all, because she had pictures of them. But they got the cutest folios just in no time. In no time. But we're talking about the box we want to put them in. I've got an idea for how I want to do the box, but in keeping with, we've been doing the Stash Buster videos. I still have like 2 topics I want to hit on the Stash Buster, but I may break in and do the box for you. We may break in and do that for what I have in mind. But there's so many different ways to build the box for it, So I may give you like a base and you can build on top of that. Because who knows? Look at that page. Y'all know I love anything with a black background. This is the longest it's ever taken me to go through a paper pack.
Well, that's because you're talking a lot.
I need to keep my lips together. Can I just say this real quick? Chicken wire, buffalo check, doilies, enough said.
Done.
On one piece of paper. Chicken wire, buffalo check, and doilies. The bonus of lemons and a butterfly. Honestly, look. I may do my kitchen in this color. This color's got me, and I'm not a green fan. My mama was a green fan. She loved it. She loved it. I like this one. Life gets sour, sweeten it with gratitude. Be cute to make a gratitude folio. Okay, so there's the paper. Enough? You're like, wow. Yeah, that little lemon glitter, look. Look how perfect. And these are 2 different companies, so I'm not the only one who ends up getting on the trends, right? This is Dress My Craft, but look how perfect that is together. It's like it was made for it.
And then what's the other thing you have with that?
That's what I want to show y'all. Okay, if you're going to do the folios, well, we've got a couple things. Let me show you this. We've got that in the 6x6. Why? Because the color. No, it's a 6x8. Perfect for your folios. Perfect for your folios. Look at this. It's a little bit different the way it's laid out, but it's pretty cool, isn't it? I can see like this being a full cover of a folio right there. Soak up the sunshine. I need to do a folio with a top close. Like I have time. No, but I do. I need to do one with a top closure too, so these kinds of things. Yeah, we'll do that. I need to write that down. Top closing folio. Okay, this one. If you're going to do folios, you might want to grab this. This is what Simple Stories does. They call this their Collector's Essentials Kit. Let me show you the difference in case you're shopping. The difference is the price, for one. But you see, this is called the Collection Kit. I do wish they would differentiate this a little bit better. The Collection Kit or the Collector's Essential Kit. They're 2 different kits. But what makes this one different is this one comes with, let me show you, this gorgeous washi tape. Now, I don't buy washi tape in our store anymore. We used to. But the problem for me with buying washi tape in the store is, number one, you have to have so much for everybody because everybody has such a different taste. But the other thing is I don't always love how washi tape does, so I don't really bring it into the store. But when it's niche like this matches this paper, I do like to have that. And then you also get these little cut-aparts, which y'all are loving these cut-aparts lately, and I'm loving that these companies are doing so much of this matchy-matchy. There's 41 pieces in here. There's no telling how many folios you could make with this. Look at that. And I want to say in this kit, yep, here it is. You also get the chipboard stickers. These are fantastic. These look so good on the front of folios. These chipboard stickers are gorgeous. I just love this. 5-cent juicy, it says. 5-cent juicy. And the paper is the same. You get your sticker sheet. You see your sticker sheet in there. So you get all of this in the Collector's Essentials Kit. Right? Did I say it right? I never get it right. Collector's Essentials Kit.
One of them is sold out, somebody just said.
It's probably the regular paper pack because it typically, people who know Simple Stories see this one and they know this one and they grab out quick. This one typically sells second because it has more in it and it's more expensive, but the embellishments are cool to have.
Tamitha says the Essential Kit is sold out.
Well, I was wrong. But typically these sell out first. And maybe you might have brought in more of these this time because I was like, they're going to want all that stuff. It could be that because I really loved this one. I love them both. I don't care.
Well, we usually don't bring as many of that one in because it's so much more expensive.
It is a lot more expensive. But this time, they nailed it. They nailed it. Don't forget this. If you need some solids, don't forget this. I think these teals are very unique. I don't think you're going to have them in your collection. You might, but they're very unique. All right, the other thing I wanted to say, so 49 and Market is bringing out new paper, but it didn't land all at the same time, so we didn't get our whole order all at the same time. But this is coming. This is called Viking Ephemera Bits. And the reason I kind of hesitate to show you is I think you're going to need to see the paper pack to really grasp this one. But my purple girls and my teal girls and my lime girls, y'all gonna love this one. Lady crafters. I should say crafters. I thought girls because this color right here is Cindy Roney. That color right there, every time I see it, I think of Cindy. And this purple, how many of y'all, I just think of my friends that are purple friends. Y'all love all the purple. And I'm not going to open this today because I want to wait till the other paper gets here. I think that you'll really like seeing that all together. And plus, that'll go everywhere. And we can see those designs in the other pack. All right. Look at this one. Again, I told y'all, I don't really care for samey, but I don't feel like this one is. I think they're nailing it with the colors. I think these colors are so different than what we've seen that it keeps us from having the same things in our stash. So many times in the summer, we get yellow and navy. You know what I'm saying? But I like that these companies are giving us these different colors. Do y'all agree? Do y'all think like I do or do you not? Maybe I should just be buying those other ones. But I like to get a little extra. Here's my yellow. Here's my navy. But look, I'm getting a kind of a dark pink. I'm getting some orange. I really like orange. I like this color, which I don't know what color this is. I don't know what that is. I do not know. Oh, this one smells so good. Photo play paper. Just smell, let me tell y'all. Don't think bad. It just smells like a musty old library. It just does. It just smells like a library. When you walk in the door, that smell that hits you, that's what it smells like. Look how cute. Look how cute. Oh, this is cute. One day you'll look back and see that all along you were blooming. That's good. Oh, look at those clouds. What a cute background. Look at, you get 2 pages of each in the photo play. Look at the kites. And look at the stripes. It's just pink. It's a solid. I know men like purple. That's Vince's favorite. I absolutely did not mean to say girls. I knew I was going to get in trouble for that. I did not. Y'all need to know something. My son's favorite, but 2 of my sons, one of my son's favorite color is pink. Like we don't discriminate with color. We love it. I just said girls because I was thinking of my friends that specifically I know are fans of those colors. Look at this. Color is for everyone. We need that on the shirt. Color's for everyone. I don't care what color. You like it, you love it. My colors, I used to have a favorite color. I still have a favorite color. Like a favorite color that I gravitate to, but I'm mixing colors up like crazy nowadays, aren't I? I'm really into color, which is weird for me. Especially when you know what my favorite color is. It makes it weird that I'm into color. I asked one of my kids the other day if they knew what my favorite color was, and they said, yeah, they know. Like, you know, it's a thing. Look at this. These are 6x6 pieces. That's cool. That's really cool. I guess we need to do a 6x6 little folded folio, don't we? And then stripies and dotties. I have an Aunt Dottie. Look at the colors. They're so good. That's the last thing I was going to show you. I'm going to leave that right there while I talk to you about the card ministry you guys were asking. That's not a new folio. I don't have that. Message Taylor and ask her if she'll bring us the Graphic 45. The reason I don't have it as a new product is because I think it was a restock. Wasn't that a restock? It's the trifold folio from Graphic 45. Marion said, black. There you go.
Trifold.
The Graphic 45 one. Audrey, we've taken a break on the Barely art. Only because, prices went up. And we had some Barely art, and when we got our new order in, the price had really gone up. Like, really gone up. And it's art glitter glue season right now. So I think until we need it for winter, do you feel this way?
I kind of do.
Because the price just really went up. And it's good glue. It's good glue. But for me, and I've said this to y'all, it's no better than art glitter glue at all. And art glitter glue is probably slightly better. I know my staff thinks they like art glitter glue better. They pick a side. And I just thought, while it's art glitter glue season, we'll just do the more affordable one. And when we need one for freezing weather, I'm going to keep some for y'all because I know what'll happen. You'll run out or need it. You know what I'm saying? And we can't ship art glitter glue when it's cold. But while it's the season, that's my thought. Y'all can tell me different if you want. I don't know. We struggled with it. We went around and around about it. We did. Yeah, that one.
Okay.
That's not new, right? It's a re-up.
No.
Okay.
We just haven't had it in a long time.
That because I think it just showed up on the website when you
Yeah.
put it in, and so this one we just haven't had in a long time. It's the chipboard. I wonder if I can have this. I should have asked her because I would open it. I was trying to see if I have one in here. I don't think I do. It's a trifold waterfall folio, and it comes with magnet closures. Yep. I didn't think about that. So, I mean, I hope you're okay with that decision. If you want barely art, we'll bring some in. But if you've never, I don't do glue wars. I don't, if you like glue, whatever glue you like, go for it. You know what I'm saying? But I just was like, it's a little bit up there for me right now. Maybe I can have it, Connie. I don't know. Ask Taylor if I can have this because I'm sure Connie wants me to open it, which I understand. Everybody does. I just got to make sure I can have it. Oh, you ordered that one, Carol? I'll open it and send it to you. See, Beth, Reptile Glue is the same thing. Their price. Listen, I talked to the folks at Reptile Glue, and I had so many people telling me that it was cheaper, and I brought it in for me. I didn't bring it in for the store. I brought it in. I tried it out. I've been using it in a bottle. I may have it right here. But when I went to order it, for me, it was the price. Now, prices are changing every day. We're having to watch product every day with prices changing. So,
Tampa sent this.
oh, okay.
But that's the one they're asking about.
And I could be wrong about their price, but I talked to them and they told me that was the price. So that's what it looks like when we open it. I'm just going to see if I can. Did you ask if I can open it?
I did, but I don't think she's responded yet.
Wait, something came in. See if that was it. Well, we're just sticking with Art Glitter Glue's price right now. And Vince is
She gave me a thumbs up.
okay. It would be different if the prices weren't so drastically different. You agree?
I mean, it basically doubled in price.
Not just that one, though, because other people are talking about there's other glues, and I'm not going to call everybody out. Just know that I have tried them. They're good glues. Reptile Glue is a good glue. It's actually not made for paper. The lady's so sweet. The lady who did it, we were talking about it, and she's like, we didn't make it for paper at all. Just paper crafters picked it up. But it's good glue. I would have to teach you how to use it, I think. I think I'd have to teach you how to use that one. But I can't justify it right now. Everything's going up. I can't justify it right now. So that's what's happened. And listen, if you've been a customer of ours for any time, we tell you how it is. We just do. Laura, if you'll use Art Glitter Glue, you will be very happy. I've used Art Glitter Glue now for Tamitha, when did I design for well, I just forgot the name of that company. I want to say Greyhound, but that was her dog. She had a dog that was a Greyhound. Jane's company. What was the name of her store? Oh, Tupelo. Right?
Tupelo Design.
Something. What year was that? Do you remember, Tamitha? Was that before you? Could have been. But that's when I got hooked on Art Glitter Glue, and I have been ever since. And everybody here is too. We go back to it. And listen, I want to tell you this because I don't want you to think that I'm like, first off, we don't work with Art Glitter Glue at all. We buy product, we sell product, right? But I try new glues all the time. I do not bring them to you because it gets confusing, okay? But if I ever try a glue that's better, I will absolutely bring it to you. Vinny will tell you that. I've tried this tape and it was better than what I used to use, and I went straight to it. Like, I will try things, and if it's better, I'm not going to keep it from you. Silica pack, get rid of that safely. I say safely because if you have dogs, they are attracted to them. At least mine are. Don't let them get them. Okay, so this opens like this. It's chipboard. It's really nice. I thought they discontinued this, but maybe they didn't.
Gary said that was with him.
How long
Tamika
ago
says
was that?
Way before me.
Okay, Gareth,
2014 or 15.
14 or 15, and we both started using art glitter glue at the same time, and it has never let me down, never. And everybody says, like people will say, what's the complaint we'll hear about art glitter glue? The biggest complaint, I'll tell you the biggest complaint, and you'll agree, is that people do not listen to us, and they order it in the winter on Amazon, and it comes frozen, and they can't get their money back every time. That's the biggest complaint.
Yep.
We literally have people call us and say, I ordered this glue and it came frozen. What do I do? And Amber looks to see if they ordered it from us, and they didn't. And she'll say, where'd you order it from? And they'll tell her, and she's like, I'm sorry, there's nothing we can do. Just because we sell art glitter glue, they question. But that's the biggest complaint, is that people order at a bad time of year. Other than the glue, I use it for everything. And anytime I introduced it to some teachers at VBS a few years ago, like school teachers, they were like, what? I mean, that's how we met Brenda when she came to get art glitter glue. Do you remember that?
Alan, if you'll order the 1 ounce bottle, it's very inexpensive.
Try
The only
it.
thing you have to be careful about is the tip. Just make sure you just cut it where it barely starts coming out, because it literally takes just a tiny, tiny hole.
The thing that makes art glitter glue, to me, optimal is the fine metal tip. However, I don't even use the fine metal tip at my crafting table. I do think it makes it optimal. If you don't want the fine metal tip, you get this one. This is the 1 ounce bottle. Get this in a refill, okay? Because you'll want to refill it. And you'll be surprised how long this will last. But when you get this out, and what I love now is they're not using the black ones anymore. I like these clear ones. And the reason I do is I can see where the plastic is. You know what I'm saying? With the black one, what I used to do, you see I put my finger right here? I'd put my finger on the end, and I would take, not these which are almost glued together, but I would take scissors and I would snip just a sliver off until the hole appears, okay? And once that hole appears, that's when the glue will run right, just when it appears. Do not come down here, y'all cringing. Do not do this. You do not want this much glue to come out. This is not Elmer's, okay? This stuff works. But the trick with art glitter glue, and I tell everybody, is less is more. It's not just true in makeup. It's also true in glue.
Jean, as long as you store it where it stays above 40 degrees, it will be fine.
Y'all see this has the magnets pre-installed? That's pretty neat. If you don't like to install magnets, that's pretty cool. And then it's waterfall, waterfall. And then it's also magnets installed here. They're strong too. Waterfall, waterfall. And then you got a big old pocket. And then you got a side pocket. And then it closes. And there's magnets in here too. Did you hear that? There's a magnet in there too. Super quick. It dries super quick. Super quick. And I tell y'all this all the time. Wait, let me show y'all something. Okay.
Well, let me show you.
Let me show you good versus evil. This is not my bottle. Has it been started? I don't know. I asked for a new bottle, and this might be my new bottle. My glue is gone. Oh. Okay, in my opinion, this is optimal. Okay. That scratched on little bit, and I'm going to turn it to the side, is optimal. Do you see that? It is the tiniest bit, and it's drying already. Do you see it drying? Okay. What is not optimal, I don't know how I'm going to be able to show you. Let me try with this one, because everything's cut thin. I don't cut anything big. This is what you don't do. Oh gosh, that hurt my heart to do that. I'm just telling y'all. That is an absolute no, okay? Now, I feel like that's an absolute no with every wet glue. That's too much glue. Do you see that? You can see the size of that bead. That is too much glue. If you're going to use this little guy, hold it up and down straight and scratch it. Now, I love this. See how much that looks the same? I told y'all that the camera adds 10 pounds of glue. I've told y'all that, right? It looks the same. But when I turn this sideways, look at the difference. Oh, look at the difference. Let me move look at that. Do you see what I mean by the camera adds 10 pounds of glue? I have scratched that glue on the surface, and it will work. It'll work better than this. This is going to warp my page. It's going to take longer to dry. This is what you want. You can scratch it and it can look thick, but it's not. Can y'all see that? I hope that's a good representation. I think it is. I think you can tell the difference. I mean, look right here. You can really see it. See it?
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling y'all, the camera, look how quick this is drying. It's already going white. The other thing about art glitter glue that's fantastic is that it dries clear and matte. And I mean it dries clear and matte, and it does not stay sticky. I got to put this back in, and my eyesight doesn't like to do it. And of course, we have the fine metal tip, which to me, this tip is optimal. Optimal. You do have to put your pen back in, and you do have to keep it from clogging. I like to clean off the tip. I like to clean off my pen. This pen has gotten dirty, and a lot of times when you let your pen get dirty, it goes back into here and it clogs it up. I like to clean it off. Don't use your fingers. That's being bad. It was a bad representation. Do this. Clean your pen, okay? Just be precious with it. It's okay. You only have to be precious with this. We're not precious with paper. We're precious with glue. Good. Somebody said that was a good representation, how you could see it. You can see the difference. Good. Here's the thing about glue. All wet glue can and will warp your paper if you are using too much and if the paper warps. There's certain paper that does. And some paper will show glue through until it's good and dry or forever. It depends. It's just paper, and you get a feel for it. Like with art glitter glue, I know this stuff like when you have a stick shift. This is such a good example. You know when you drive a stick shift? You can drive a stick shift, eat a hamburger, and talk on the phone at the same time, right? You shouldn't. But you know what I'm saying? It's second nature. Once you get used to this, it's second nature, and you know if you pick up this paper, you know how much glue. Do y'all agree with me about that? You've been using it so long, it's second nature. It is. It is. I tell you that I've never had it warp my paper, but Shannon has, and Shannon will tell you she struggles with glue application. She's still learning it. She gets a little heavy, but I think she's gotten a lot better. Like she laughed the other day. She put some glue on and said, "Well, that was too much glue," and we laughed. I was like, "Are you getting there?" So I don't have one anymore. I just have this one. What was the other thing let me talk about I'm not going to read comments. You read them and we'll catch up. So the card ministry. Somebody asked about the card ministry. We wanted to do something to get cards to people, right? Not necessarily to organizations, but to people. We wanted people to get cards. It makes you smile and you enjoy it. And years ago when we started this, I heard from so many of you guys, I make so many cards, it brings me so much joy to make them, but I don't have people to give them to. I don't have anybody to mail them to. But then we started finding people saying, I want to start a card ministry. I don't make cards. What do I do? So we combine the two. So what our card ministry does is we accept from you handmade cards, okay? Whatever you make, typically whatever topic, and we also accept religious themed or scriptural themed cards where a lot of people don't. So we accept the cards in, we organize them into piles, we put them into packs. I say we, this is all Amber. And then we have people who are on our waiting list to receive 50 card packs, and we send them out. Right now it's in 50 cards. I don't know if she's going to change that or whatever, but right now she has a specific box. She loads it with 50 cards. We do ask that it is A2 size. The reason for that is because the box she mails in is perfect for A2 size cards, and it just makes her life easier. Also, the way we store them on the shelves, it's just easier. There are times when we are behind. There are times when we have more people wanting cards than we have time to ship out. She does it as fast as she can. Then there are sometimes when we're short on cards. Amber's not here today, but I don't think we are short on cards right now. I think she got caught up, and she has not done a card call recently. So that's what our card ministry is. It was just literally, look, we have people that want cards and we have people who make too many cards, so let us get your cards to the people who want them. And what's cool about it is the folks that contact us that want cards are people who are using them in their local church ministry, in their local neighborhoods, in their local schools, in their local neighborhood. I just think that charity starts at home, and not that a card is charity, but sometimes it can do just as good. Sometimes people just need to be uplifted or get something in the mail or know somebody's thinking about them. And so that's what we do. That's what we do. All right. We is like solid. It's true. That's exactly what it is. When I say we, I do not mean me.
We-ish.
That's not true on everything. Some things it's we and I actually do it, but sometimes I try to give credit. I want y'all to know this about me. I try very hard to give credit where credit is due, and like,
Yes, you do.
I really do. I don't want anybody to think I do this by myself. I do not. I do not. My staff are incredible, and they work so hard. And if Shannon does it, I'm telling y'all, Shannon, even in my videos, I will tell you, Shannon did 100 of these for me, because she will. Shannon loves repetitive work, and I do not. I try very hard to give credit. Picture Perfect 6x8. I thought I saw that on the shelf. Can you look it up like you did that one?
Mm-hmm. I thought it just came in, but I may have missed it. It may be gone again.
I thought I saw it on the shelf. They just did stamp inventory. That's so good. That's a good idea too, Michelle. Hey, listen, I want y'all to still support Cards for Kids. I love Cards for Kids. EK and
It
I were.
says it's out.
EK just messaged me last night. I'm really excited to say that the gaming system, I don't know that I've even told you this, but the gaming system that we made happen is going to an Alabama children's, I think it's a children's home. I'm not exactly sure. He told me he's going to tell me, and we were hoping if COVID wasn't a thing, we could go when they get their system, their entertainment
Oh,
system.
cool, yeah.
But I don't know for sure yet. But he messaged me last night about it and said that it was in the works and happening, so I'm excited. Please still support them. Now, listen, I got to tell you this, okay? You got to hear me about Cards for Kids. I do not run Cards for Kids. They have a whole different set of rules than we do. They have a whole different set of requirements for good reason, okay? There are reasons they have their rules in place. So if you're going to make cards for them, please go read I think it's their frequently asked question page. Make sure you see what is required before you send cards to them, and also where to send them. We've had some people accidentally send them to us, and we forwarded them on, but it's best if you send them straight to them. They get them quicker that way. Wow, you guys are awesome.
Crafty Rose says she loves your Sunday devotions. How do you decide if it will be you or Vinny who will speak?
It depends. I think there's probably 3 ways. Number 1 is if we have a word.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
If we feel like God gave us something we have to share.
Yeah, if we feel like something's like, we won't even ask each other. We'll just be like,
I got it.
I
this week.
got it. Yeah. 2 is if my schedule is wrapped up, Vince will do it. Like if I can't sit down to film anything. And 3 is, what was the third? I had a third in my head. A third way we decide. We don't like time it or anything. I don't know how. Is there another way? I guess it's 1 and 2. One of us has a word, or the other one knows the other one can't. The thing about it is, so anything I don't. First, okay, I love Vinny as much as y'all do. Probably, you understand more, right? So, anyway, I don't want them to say I'm. Here's the thing, that's really my thing. It's
the devotion.
Well, I started it. I did it.
Yeah.
It's my. It's not. I'm not saying it's my thing. Like you can't be in it. I'm saying that's not a thing Vinny like puts as a. I don't want to say you don't put it as a priority. What do I say? It's not.
I do it more as to help you.
Because it's my I started this thing.
It's my thing.
How do I say it? I started this thing.
Yeah.
Well,
you started it back when you were doing scripture art.
So for me, it's something I do every week. But we've tried it different ways with like incorporating Vinny. And sometimes it works really well, but it depends. Okay, so like, for example, here's a good example. So my thing is that Sunday devotion, but Vince's thing is leading worship. So like, that's how I want it. That's what I'm trying to say. So when I go, how do we decide who's in it? Well, it's kind of my thing and his thing, but his thing is leading worship in public. You see what I'm saying? So like, I don't teach Sunday school anymore. I do my devotions. I do Sunday. But what's funny is Vinny is now in between leading worship. He's in between being at a church. We're at a church, but he's in between that. And so he has more time now. to jump into mine? It's kind of strange to explain it, isn't it? Because it's like, it's not something we ever said, hey, let's do this together, or hey, you do this many and I'll do. We've never done that.
And we try to do it. We used to do it together all the time, but it was always, you'd have a thought, and this is where you wanted it to go, or I would have a thought, and this is where I wanted it to go. And then when we try to do it together, sometimes we'd end up way off where we wanted
didn't
to
enjoy
be.
doing it together. A lot of people are like, Tamitha told me this weekend she has a lot of people asking for us to do it together again. But the problem is, we didn't enjoy doing it together because we didn't feel like, I'm going to say this and then you say if you agree or disagree. I would feel like God gave me a word, but I wasn't getting my word across because when we would get together, we would end up on a tangent somewhere else. And by the time we were done, I'm like, I'm not really sure that's what God was trying to say. Although God's going to say what he wants to say regardless. I mean, we ask him to do that through us. But we would be like, we never really felt like we got a point across. We felt like we took each other in like 12 different directions.
Sometimes that would happen because my thought on a particular scripture might not be where God was showing you where he wanted you to use it, because scripture can be interpreted different ways. And I also think that it depends on what we're dealing with, because I think scripture works in multiple scenarios. You know, the scripture is not bound to just one topic.
Right.
It can fit multiple avenues. And if my thought process on that scripture was here and yours was over here, not that we were contradicting one another, but the application didn't fit.
Right. I'm going to fix this real quick so it doesn't drive people insane, and I'm going to put our big faces up because now we're not, is it this one? Nope. I'm upside down for a second. Y'all give me a second. That was not the right way.
There we go.
That was not the right way.
My stars.
I'm glad we're talking about it because there we go. Now I'm looking at you. Camera was different. I'm glad we're talking about it because what you
there
said.
You went upside down.
Yeah.
The delay.
What you just said a while ago was that sometimes we're not always going through the same thing spiritually.
Oh Lord, no. I get after some stuff. The Lord gets on me about some stuff, and you know.
But me too.
Well,
but
yeah.
it's typically different. Like here's a good one. So obviously I'm still grieving. I don't think you ever go out of grieving. I don't think you ever go out of grieving for a loved one. But early on in the grieving process for me, we wouldn't have been able to talk grieving.
No.
Because what you experienced versus what I experienced was completely different. Because you were grieving the loss of the most, we all agreed, the most incredible woman. We loved her that. I mean, she was just a light, right? But you were also supporting someone who was grieving the loss of their mother.
Yeah.
So you experienced it completely different than I did. So if we sat down to talk about it, it's really better for you to be alone and talk about it because you're going to touch on so many more topics than if I'm with you, it's going to limit you to talking about what I'm going through. Is that a good way to put it?
Yep.
I mean, it's not that I don't mind doing Bible study with you, but I feel like we take each other on tangents, much like this.
It's not really a tangent, though. That
It's
makes
not.
it sound like we're arguing.
It's not.
It's more of just, we get off chasing a rabbit. You know, my thought process goes this way and yours goes the other.
And I don't know if I answered the question because now I don't remember the question completely, but, how do we decide? So there you go. We don't really, it's not a set thing. I don't know. You think that if we could have a topic, we'd stay on it, but we don't. And it makes sense because any topic I'm going to see as a wife, mother, daughter, sister, aunt. You see what I'm saying? And any topic, you're going to see it as a father, husband, uncle. You see what I'm saying? So you're going to see it different than me anyway. It makes sense. I think it does.
Yep.
I even thought
I've
about.
always said that God speaks to us in different ways.
Yeah.
You know, he talks to me in a way that I understand, and he chews you out because that's the way you understand.
He does sometimes just get me. I feel like it is God deciding because honestly, I feel like God is in control of everything. So either he gives us a word because that's who he wants, or he says, Vinny, you need to do this week because she's doing this. And I'll tell you something. I've never seen, like, it's never been, we've never made a mistake on that. It's always been that word was needed at that time. God, even when you've been like, even when Vince says to me, hey, I got Bible study this week, you're super busy, right? It's still an on-time word every time.
Yeah. And I like what Addie says. She said, I like hearing your different approaches, though. At least sometimes it helps us see multiple ways and see it speak to our lives at that time. Yeah.
Yeah, because we think completely different about things, don't we? We do.
Yeah.
I mean, we agree on a lot, but we have different opinions.
What's that?
I know. I put it under the desk to open it.
I heard it still.
It's a jelly bean.
Oh, yeah. Those things are so good.
They're so good. I think somebody linked those just a second ago. So, for that 20 minutes, we answered your question.
Yep. So, on that subject, who's doing it this week?
I've been asking God if I'm supposed to speak on grief, and I'm not. Not at this time. He may change his mind, but right now it's like, nope. Nope. Because
It may be more than you can deal with right now.
I mean, there's always going to be a clip of it because I deal with it every day. This week, was it Tuesday? It was Tuesday. I came into work, I was just having a really bad day. And I don't even think it was, it wasn't grief that was causing my bad day. But I was standing in the office with Vince and I was just like, I'm having a bad day. I mean, everybody has a bad day, right? I was whining. I have a bad day. I was like, oh, I just don't want to be here. I just want to go home. It was just, depression. It was like that. I don't want to be here. I want to go home, blah, blah. And then I said, I just want my mama. And that's it. Some days that's all it is. Just want your mama. And Vince is like, I know. And there's nothing you can do about it. So some days you do that. And then some days you're laughing about her, But I don't think it ever changes. But I'm not ready. I don't have anything wise to tell you. Do y'all know that we have bad days? I watched somebody, Nikki Positano, love her channel. And she was talking about how some days she has a bad day. And she shared something which I thought was really interesting. It's not how I react to bad days, but I thought it was interesting what she shared. She said, not every day is a good day. I don't film those days. That's not why you come to my channel. And it's true. You guys don't come to our channel for us to be bickering, You want to laugh. You want to have a good time. You want to be lighthearted. And that's why I go to YouTube. There's enough of the other stuff. Just turn the TV on. I don't want to hear it, see it, think about it. When I go to YouTube, I choose what I want to ingest, right? And she said, she was talking about how she doesn't film her bad days because I think she'd gotten some comments about your life looks so perfect. And she was like, I don't want y'all to think that because it's not. And she said, what you didn't see, because what I didn't film, and I love this, she said, her husband came in the house and said, I'm fixing to pick peas in the garden. They have a garden and they film all this kind of stuff. He said, you might want to come film it. She said, and I was having a no social media day. She said, so I had put my phone down, computer down, everything. And when he said it, she said, I felt obligated. So I got my phone and I went out to film it. And she said, I'm out there filming and the phone's not doing right and this is not right. And the more he's talking and the more he's picking or whatever, she said, just the more I don't want to do it. And she said, so before it was over with, I threw my phone across the garden. She's like, I was just mad and I didn't want to film. I just threw my phone. I was like, I'm done with this, And she's like, but I'm not going to film that. It's not, you don't want to see that. She said, but that is sometimes how my day goes. Not often. That's not often. But she's like, she said, fortunately, my phone was fine. It was okay, blah, blah. She's like, but we don't have perfect days. Every day's not perfect, And we have days like that. Tuesday, I'm standing in Vince's office crying, saying, I want my mama, Some days I don't want to get out of bed, literally. And it's not even necessarily because of mom, but y'all need to know our life is not perfect.
No.
and we struggle. And I thought that was important what she shared. Y'all go watch her. Go watch her. You will love her. You will love her so much. The big reason you'll love her is because she gives you tours of Positano, Italy. And I venture to guess the life in Positano is so different from what all of us lead. I mean, even in the UK, even wherever you are, that life over there is so different. It really gives you about 20, 30 minutes of just a completely different thing to look at. I mean,
Well, here's one thing that I'm going to say, and there are people that watch us that are conservative, that are liberal, that are left, that are right, whichever way you want to go, and you all have the right to choose which way you stand. But there are things on TV that you watch now that cram those opinions down your throat. Either side.
either side,
But we try not to be that at all.
ever.
Like we try to be a relief factor for people because there's just so much of that going on. And I believe that we can exist in this world and have different opinions and still be kind to one another. But so
I do
we
too.
don't do that here.
I do too. I don't know how we got on that. It was
Me
interesting though. I like it. I like sometimes being able to do this because we don't always get to do it. We don't always get to just say these kinds of things. Like, we have, there are so many hard decisions we're having to make right now. And I don't mean as Americans, I mean as humans. I don't mean, I just mean as humans. There's so many hard decisions we're having to make and things we're having to talk about that I never thought we would ever talk about. I'll tell you one we've been talking about. Vince and I have been talking about stockpiling and prepping our pantry. I don't mean full-on prepping. Not like that. But so many people, like, okay, if you look back, and we're not going political. This is not political.
No.
I want you to see this. If you look back to the early part of the pandemic and people were like, you better get your toilet paper and your paper towels. Let me tell you what this girl did. I went, that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous. We don't need toilet paper and paper. We just go to the store and get them. Y'all, in about 3 weeks, I was having to go all over town to find a 4-pack of paper towels. Like, I couldn't believe it, right?
Yeah.
And I didn't listen. And then, by the way, that says class will begin. That's what y'all are talking about. I apologize. I left that in there from a class we had before. Don't stress. We'll move it so it's not in the way. And I just saw it for the first time. Then they started saying gas prices are going up. I'm like, no, they're not. Gas prices are going up. No, they're not. And I've been through gas prices. I've been through $5 gas. I quit a job because of $5 gas. Like, we couldn't
Well,
go.
it never got to be $5.
It was $4
It
and
was
some
all-
change.
It got real close to $4 a gallon.
It went over $4 because I quit when it hit $4. I was done. I said, it doesn't make any sense for me to drive an hour to work every day and back. But anyway, I didn't listen. Gas going up, didn't listen. I was like, whatever. Not that we can do anything about it. Well, then I start hearing all these people, and I'm not even talking about political people at all. I'm not talking about that. I just hear people around me making common sense statements like, pay attention, look at this price, look at that price, blah, blah, blah. And I keep thinking to myself, And I'm not the only one. Like, I talked to the girls at work about it. We're all like, But Vince and I are having conversations we've never had before. What do we put in the pantry? What do we prep for? Blah, blah, blah. You see what I'm saying? So when we come somewhere like this, we just want to talk about the fun stuff. Just know we're just like y'all. We're having hard conversations,
Yep.
What are we changing? What are we doing different? And I'll tell you something else we're doing. We're gardening. Vince and I are gardening.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird that we're gardening. Maybe I should share our TikTok with them. You want me to share our TikTok with them? I have not. I've not shared it with anybody. I've shared it with 2 people, Tamitha and Shannon.
Which one?
Our
Oh,
own TikTok. Should I share it?
I don't know if you want to.
I don't care if y'all see it. I don't post in there a whole lot, but what happened was we started doing gardening, and when I say gardening, I mean like
You want to just show the little video?
I
that
mean
took?
like this much gardening. And so our friends were like, we want to see your garden. And I was like, because it's hard to send it to everybody, I thought I'll just make a little TikTok and we'll put it there. So I made a TikTok. It's called Whose Idea Was This? I think it is. Tamitha, can you
want to show
you put a link
the little
in
video
here
we
for
took?
them? I wasn't going to do this. I said I wasn't going to do it.
It's got your face at the end of it, though.
The one, does it have the one?
It doesn't have it paused, no.
How am I going to show them? Oh, I can't.
Our first attempt. This is our pepper
That's not really working. I need to find a different way to do that. Hold on a second. Let me switch you back. Maybe she can. I wasn't going to share it, but the reason I wasn't going to share it is I was like, y'all don't really care to see that. But I think people might like watching two people who have no idea what they're doing.
Ain't that the truth?
Growing a garden. We don't have any idea what we're doing. But y'all can't say, here's what y'all can't do. Y'all can't say, you messed that up, you messed it. There's nothing to do about it. I can't go back and fix it, right? Like you can't, there's nothing to do. Okay, hold on. Let me get back there. I'm just gonna, I can't have that crooked line. Let's see.
You just back it up to the
So this
beginning.
is
I
our
did.
first attempt.
Can y'all see that?
This is our pepper bed. And we may have too many in here. We don't know. But that's any type from banana pepper to bell pepper to jalapeno peppers to sweet banana peppers. All that's in there. And this is all of our tomatoes. We got 5 tomato plants. And this is, I want to say, right over there is squash. And this, I think, is, I want to say it's squash too, but it's a different kind. Let's see if I can read the tag. Oh, that's zucchini. Excuse me, zucchini. And then over here, we have our cucumbers. And we have some little cucumbers growing. See them right there? Yep, yep, yep.
They're so
This
cute.
is,
They're getting
see,
bigger.
that's jalapeno peppers too. And then this was zucchini squash. I hope I said that right.
Casey's already telling us. Oh,
There's Farmer Maymay.
me and my hat. That's what he was talking about, had me at the end. We're not, let me say this too about our garden. We're not doing this to feed the family. Like this is not a, we're not going to be harvesting massive amounts of stuff. We just wanted to try it. We wanted to see what was, here's what happened. Somebody bought me a plant. What was my first plant? What was my first plant? Somebody bought, actually no. I bought 2 ferns for inside the house and kept them alive they're still alive. They look good. Bought these 2 ferns and I went, okay, I'll get something else and something else. And before I know it, my whole back porch is covered in flowers and everything. And I've never really shared that kind of part of our life with everybody. Like I've never really been like, here's our back porch and here's this, that, and the other. But I thought it was kind of neat. So if y'all want to go, I don't care if you go see it. Y'all, not everybody's going to want it.
We bought those at Tractor Supply.
Well, I don't know the difference. Maybe I should be better at that. Okay, so here's what we decided. We're too old to get in the ground. Like we're not going to be able to do that. We're like, Vinny cannot be on his knees or on the ground for one thing. I can't either. I won't want to do that, you know? And we were like, if we're going to try this, let's just get some raised beds. And so we were at, I didn't even know what was out there. To be honest with you, we were going to build the raised beds. But when we went to the store and we saw how much it was going to cost to get supplies to build raised beds, we ran up on those and they were cheaper than building them. And one of them had some damage on it and he gave us a really good deal on it. And I was like, let's just get these, babe. He's like, I'm good for them. And they have wheels. Like we weren't building things with wheels. I was like, this is the way to go, right? You like my gardening hat? It's one of those Pioneer Woman ones, I think.
You know, we've never done it. Okay, so it may be a total flop.
Yeah, we may not ever do it
But,
again.
you know, and next year we may go, whew, that was awful. But so far we're both kind of enjoying it.
That's it. We have it lifted so we can do it. Plus, I won't have to deal with weeds. And I've done research. Like I've been researching on YouTube and just doing what people tell me to do. Just, you know, but everybody has a different opinion. Wow, y'all. Like it's probably this way in crafting, but I don't realize it because I pretty much know my craft. You know what I'm saying? But like everybody has a different opinion. Here's how you grow tomatoes. Here's how you water. Here's how you snip them, clip them, whatever. Don't they? Everybody. It's so funny. So.
Yeah, I mean, and we can't handle a big garden. You know, we have the land that I could go plant a big old garden on. I think the deer would eat it as fast as I got it in the ground. But, you know, so what we have there is something that we feel like we can comfortably manage and that we can take care of.
You are sweet. Yeah, for my birthday, if you go watch the TikTok videos, for my birthday, he got me that gardening bench, which we're probably going to move. I don't know. We may not, but we might, because the gardening bench is up on the deck, which really I think I would like to have it down, because we added the garden. Before, when we didn't have the garden, I didn't do much work over there. I did most of the work on the deck, but now I kind of do more over there. But honestly, we don't. We planted them and now we're just waiting. But I love this though. Here's what's funny. We both go check our garden.
Yeah.
Like, Vince will go there and go, did you see this? Did you see this? Or I'll go, did you see this or this? Look, we may get nothing. We may get nothing. We may never do this again. Who knows? But it was fun. But again, that's just one of those things where you're like making all these decisions and thinking about these things. I will tell y'all. All right, here's your funny story for the week, and then we're going to pray. Okay? Funny story for the week. Ready? So I've told you all this stuff that we're talking about prepping and blah, 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 all that junk, which I do not like talking about, by the way. And we are at Tractor Supply the day we found those. We actually weren't there for those raised beds. What were we there for?
Plant food, I think. Some type of fertilizer.
I don't remember. We were there for something else, and those were parked out front, already assembled. And so we saw them. But we walked inside, and they had, you know, was it 2 years ago that there was the mason jar shortage and the lid shortage and all that? They had a pallet stacked up of jars. And I said, oh, look, Vince. And we've been talking about canning, not in the fact that we were going to can. We've been talking about how people can. That's what we talked about. And I said to Vince, I watched this girl, by the way, go watch her, Becky, at Acre Homestead. Acre Homestead. She's so cute. I said, oh, I watched this girl who cans. And I said, did you know there's two kinds of canning? Like I was telling him, there's two kinds of canning. There's water bath canning and pressure canning. Not because I'm researching it to do it. So we see those cans, and Vince goes, should we get some? They're not cans. Y'all know what I mean. He said, should we get some? And I'm like, I don't know. Maybe we should, because, you know, there was a shortage last year, so maybe we should get some of these just to have them. And I just meant to have some mason jars with lids, not like to start canning. So I leave Vince over there. Actually, he goes and gets a buggy, and he comes back. And I'm looking at seeds, because, by the way, somebody tell me something. Why can't I find black-eyed pea seeds? Y'all, say it in the comments. I can't find them.
Purple hull peas.
He wants purple hull. Why can't I find seeds
My friend
for
Don
those?
said that Chilton Feeding Seed has them.
So there is a seed?
Yeah.
Okay. We can't find them. But anyway, so I'm off looking for seeds. Well, when I come back, so I hear somebody go, psst. That's what Vince will do. He'll do that, or
Hooty-hoo.
he'll do that.
Oh, pecan.
That's our call in the
Look
store.
over here. Look
We
over
always know it's one of us if we make those sounds. So anyway, I go, are you calling me? He said, come here. So I go over there, and he's reaching up on the shelf and like getting the water bath canner off the shelf. I said, whoa, what are you doing? He's like, you said you wanted cans. I said, no, I don't.
If we go try it, let's try
I
it.
said, I don't want all this. I don't want, no. I just
She's
want
like,
some jars.
You're way over the limit right there.
I said,
She said, we ain't going to have enough fruit from our vegetables from our little garden that we're going to need all these canning supplies.
hey, I might can make kerosene pickles.
Yeah, well, that's a good point.
I might could make kerosene
You might
pickles.
could have some kerosene
But I was like, babe, you got to dial this back. Dial this back. He was like, what? I was like, let's just
Look,
step it
y'all
on
need
back.
to understand this. Old Vinny boy, he tends to go over the top when it comes to hobbies. No, he does go over the
does
top
go
when
over
it
the top.
comes to it. Ain't
So
no
do I.
tending to it.
So do I. But it was funny because I've got some purple hull seeds I can send you. Thank you. I didn't, like, first off, I was like, so are they not seeds? Are they a start? Do I have to start? Look, I don't know any of this stuff. I'm learning words though. But anyway, I look at him and I'm like, okay, this is above where we're discussing. And he was like, if we're going to get these jars, what are we going to do with them? I said, I just thought it might be good to have jars in case later on we feel like we need to do some of this. I don't mean, because I just had a moment. I was like, because here's what I know about Vin. If we buy that stuff, I have to learn how to use it. Like, if he buys it, he's like, I got you that stuff. Why are you not canning stuff? I can't even make salsa, so I'm not going to be canning it anytime soon. I literally thought to myself, he's going to think I'm just going to run in that kitchen and be like whipping up salsa and whipping up pepper sauce. I don't know how to do that
Oh,
stuff.
I like that. AZY35 says, if it's worth doing, it's worth overdoing.
That's so good.
That needs to be my motto,
That
too. I
is
like
your
that.
motto.
She says that's their family motto.
That is your motto. What are freezer pickles? Y'all going to have to send me. Y'all have to send me the recipe for that. Babe, tell them what kerosene pickles are.
If you don't know, kerosene pickles is from an episode of Andy Griffith where Aunt Bee makes pickles, and it tastes like they're in kerosene.
They called them kerosene pickles. It was funny. What is this
Barney and
stinker?
Andy had
Y'all are
to eat
scaring
all
me.
of 'em.
Y'all are scaring me. Y'all are scaring me. Don't tell me. Look, salsa's easy. Yeah, because you know how to do it.
Willow says, buy the jars, borrow the canner.
Or how about this? Buy the jars. Call my
Give 'em
friend
to a
Heather.
canner.
Call my friend Heather and say, "Can I come help you can for me and you?" How about that? Like I bring produce and everything. You just do it. I don't know. I don't
Yeah.
know. I'm sure that Brenda knows how to can. I don't know. All right, we're gonna head out and go help.
Poor Aunt B, that's right.
I heard about freezer strawberry jam. I want to say that Becky made that, but y'all, you just need to know. We just are learning, and it was just kind of fun. And I thought I'd set up that little TikTok. And you never know what'll be on there. It won't all be gardening because we actually want to. Okay. So the thing I told y'all was coming. Vince and I want to have a YouTube channel that's called "Whose Idea Was This?" because this is our life. We do things and go, "Whose idea was this?" Like we decide to do
Well,
things.
just like me this year. This year I decided to plant soybeans for the deer. So never planted soybeans, don't have a clue how to do it. But I put 5 acres of soybeans in the ground. And whose idea was that?
Whose idea was that?
We'll just have to see what happens.
Because now you're just upset because they won't grow. But
Well,
I think they are growing.
They are growing. It's just I'm expecting them to just pop up out of the ground and have soybeans on them. And that don't happen. Have to be patient.
You're sweet, Alan. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Missy's supposed to be canning green beans as we speak. See, I don't know how to do any of that stuff. I can learn it. Y'all are so fun. Timothy, I thought about doing that. We've got a lady in town. I don't know about the other farmers markets, but you know the lady in town that makes the cakes by Sue.
Mm-hmm.
She makes that camp stew that she cans.
Mm-hmm.
That stuff's good too. That stuff is good. Have you ever had green tomato jam? No, but I bet it's good because we love green tomatoes. All that takes away from crafting. Amen, sister. Amen. Tell them about the cruise.
In a nutshell, my man and I didn't go.
In a nutshell.
All the boys and their wives went. Joe went, but at the last minute, I just didn't feel like I was not comfortable leaving mom and dad without somebody to take care of them if something happened. I felt like I just couldn't do it. So Maymay supported me in that, and we stayed home and moved our cruise to another date down the road at some point.
Barbara's leaving in 1 hour for Alaska. Barb, we were looking at pictures from, when the kids got home from the cruise, we were here at work talking about our last cruise. You know it makes you pine. And we were looking at the pictures that, the album that Sue and Dean put together for us. And you were sitting at the table and I'm like, look, it's Barb. It was so cute. We were loving it. You said something, and I want to say this to you because I know you're going to sit down and start to think and go, well, why did you schedule it knowing you couldn't go? We thought our sitter would be available. She's not a sitter. But Vince's parents have one person they're really comfortable with, and Vince is very comfortable with being with them. Mm-hmm. And we thought she was available, but then she wasn't available, and that was on us. We should have checked with her long before, and we didn't. So we would have had, and since she was out of town too, he really was nervous because he's like, that way we're all out of town if anything happens. So that's what happened. So you know what Vinny and I did?
I want to say day trips.
I want to say we just took day trips. We were gonna go out of town. We were gonna he didn't want to be on the ocean if something happened to his parents because you can't get back, like you're on the ocean, and so he didn't want to do that. So we were like, he's like, we can go somewhere as long as I can drive back if anything happens. So we started looking, and y'all, the price of places was outrageous, and I was like,
when we looked at going to the beach, going to Gulf Shores. Hotel rooms were $500 a night.
And I know it's season, but we're from this area, and that's a lot for season. That's a lot.
I'll just tell you, the cruise was like $1,400, and that included our food, our entertainment, and everything. And for us to go to the beach for 3 nights was going to be more than it cost us to go on the cruise. With no food and stuff included. And no food included. And I was just like, no.
So what we did was we just decided that every day we would go somewhere different. And we really decided, look, rather than spend that money on a room, let's buy things we've wanted for the house, like things we've been wanting. And so we went to...
So that part of the garden is what came from
the garden
that.
was part of that.
Yeah.
But we went to, where did we go first day? Thursday. Inverness, which 280 is a really nice shopping area here. It's about 45 minutes from where we live, and we never really go up there, but it's got some really cool stores and different things than what we can see at home. So we went there one day. We went to Leeds, which is like an outlet center. We really like that place. We went there. It was funny when we got home. We came home. I mean, every day we went somewhere. So I think it was Sunday night we went to your parents' house and we were talking, and she's like, so what'd y'all buy? And we're like, not really a lot of anything.
No.
We're like, we just kind of went.
We spent more money eating at restaurants that
Well,
we've never been to before.
We decided we were going to try to do something different. And so we decided we were going to eat at restaurants we'd never eaten at before in our own state.
Yep.
And we kept that rule till about Saturday afternoon.
I think it was Saturday afternoon.
And then we were kind of like, because here's what happened. We kind of realized why we eat where we eat. We like what we like.
Yeah.
So, because we went to a place called Village Tavern, which was delicious, and we would go there again. It was good.
Absolutely.
And then we went to a place called Jubilee Joe's in Birmingham. I would totally go there again, but I forgot. We forget this all the time. And you probably understand. So Vince has an allergy. We thought he was allergic to shrimp, and we're still not 100% sure, but we think he's allergic to like Old Bay, like the...
One of the spices or seasonings that they put on shrimp, I think is what I'm actually allergic to, but we don't know that for positive.
We think it because it seems like whenever he eats something that has that seasoning on it, he has a reaction to it. So when we got there, everything cool for them, they had their menu laid out where it was like if you have an allergy to this or an allergy to that, they had it like little like a legend for that. But we were sitting there realizing just how little Vince could eat. And then he was scared when he ate what he ate because a lot of times they'll mix that seasoning and don't really mean to, or, because it's a seafood place.
Yeah, because I've gone to Chinese buffets and the chicken would do it to me because it's fried in the same grease that they fry the shrimp in.
So we're not really sure what. We think it's the seasoning. We don't really know. So anyway, we were like, well, as delicious as that was, and if you're a seafood fan and you're in Birmingham, Alabama, you do not think this is the place for seafood, go to Jubilee Joe's. It was very, very good. It had a beautiful view, which was but it's right in the heart of, it's the interstate and Jubilee Joe's. And surprisingly, the way they have it built, it's got a beautiful view, doesn't it? We went there. Where else did we go? That place in Calera, which we said we probably wouldn't go back to. The thing I liked about them was their live music. I did enjoy that. I like when there's live music in a restaurant. That was kind of fun. Anyway, we had a good time. But I'll tell you something else we did. We did no social media. Everybody was like, you're so quiet. We did what we would have done probably if we were on the ship.
We just spent time together.
We just spent time together. I didn't film any of it. We did film the garden because we enjoyed that so much and we wanted to put that up. So anyway, thank you, Trucker Janie. We're going to get salsa from Texas.
Sweet.
We thought it was shrimp. The reason we don't think it's shrimp is because if he eats shrimp in and of itself, it's typically not the problem. It's typically whatever's on the shrimp or the seafood, because sometimes it's fish that does it to him.
Yep.
But I think it's something that's either in Old Bay. And here's how we discovered it. We have a friend that owns a restaurant, and we were talking about, I think they had something that had shrimp, and you were like, you can't have it because shrimp. And he's like, And we kind of told him we think it's shrimp. He says it could be the seasoning. We're like, what? He's like, a lot of people are allergic to the seasoning. And then his daughter has this same reaction Vince has. But it's like, and she said the same thing. She said, but not if I just eat fish or I just eat shrimp. But if we put this particular seasoning, which wasn't Old Bay, it was some New Orleans seasoning that they used because they were from New Orleans. Some Cajun seasoning. So we don't really know what it is, but we avoid it. So there we go. David enjoyed a little break too. It is nice sometimes, isn't it? We had a great time, but Vinny and I are together a lot, and we do pretty good together. So we have a good time together. All right. I'm going to let you pray. You know why I am? Because somebody said, I love when Vinny prays to end the show. So we're going to let you pray to close us out. So just know this. If you have a prayer request, we ask that you take it, a specific prayer request, that you take it to our Facebook group called Hide His Word in My Heart, and you post it there, and it gets put on our prayer request list. But just know that today when Vinny prays, he'll be praying for, those that are watching, and God knows the need. He sees your heart, and he knows what's going on in your life, and he'll be there for you for that. What was the restaurant in Birmingham? Jubilee Joe's. It was really good. You want to pray?
Yep. All right, let's pray, guys. Hey, God, thank you so much for this day. And I just thank you for the time that we could hang out today. even though it wasn't anything specific and we didn't have just one topic to deal with or just one thing to show, we were kind of just all over the place, but it was kind of refreshing. So God, I thank you for the time we can spend with our friends here on YouTube. And God, I pray that we showed them how much you mean to us. I pray we showed them how good you are to us and how good you want to be to each one of them. I pray, God, that something that we said, something that we did, might have had an impact on their life for you. I pray, God, that you would just continue to bless us, continue to bless America. God, we need you so bad. God, I pray that that you just continue to be with each and every person. God, I know there's a lot of stuff still going around. COVID is still a factor. Gas prices, inflation, all of those things that we're all dealing with make life so much harder. But God, we know that you're faithful, and God, we know that whatever comes our way, you're going to help us get through it one way or the other. So God, help us to trust that you are the only one that can meet our needs. Nothing we can do will make it happen if you don't bless it. So God, we just lay Maymay Made It at your feet. And God, pray that you will bless it and you will use it how you want to use it. And God, I pray that we'll be faithful to always listen to what you would have us to do. God, we're going to give you all the praise and honor and glory no matter what comes our way. And I just praise you now, God, and I ask that you would be with those that are sick, those that are struggling with their family, those that are struggling financially, those that are struggling with their health. Whatever the issue might be, God, I pray that you would be so close that they would feel your presence and know that you're holding them up through it. God, we thank you again, and we give you praise and honor for the precious sacrifice that you made through your son Jesus for each of us. And God, we just love you and thank you. In Christ's name, amen.
Amen. I got choked. There's one thing I meant to say today, and I want to make sure I do before we leave.
Okay.
Please go watch Brenda's channel. I'm going to let Tamitha put that link in really quick, and we're going to go. But she just did a walkthrough of a town called Magnolia Springs, which I didn't even know existed, and you guys got to see it. It is the quintessential southern water town. Like, it's so good, and if you want to see what it's like in the South and how beautiful it is, that's where you need to go. So I want to make sure we get that link put in here real quick. Because I said to myself, I wanted to tell y'all, because Brenda's just so lovely, and if you want just a relaxing 15 minutes, it's just beautiful, and I don't want you to miss it. And I'm glad God brought it to my mind, because I did want to tell y'all, and during that prayer, he brought Brenda to my mind because she's traveling, as always. And so I thought I wanted to tell y'all. So let me get that link. I want to get that link for you real quick. But her channel is a little hard to find without the link, so check here for the link. And Tamitha, because when people come in and watch the replay, the chat's not here, will you also pin that in the comments under this video so they can get to it? You'll really love it. So there she is, Brenda's channel. It's just peachy, but it's a little bit hard to get. So if you'll go watch it, you're going to love it. I love all her videos, but her latest video, I really hope y'all will enjoy that. Sit back, relax, and watch it. It's real good. All right, we love you guys, and until next time, bye now.